Let's go. Good morning. So we're just leaving St. Lawrence behind us there and heading back for the coast. We've got a bit of road walking this morning, I think. The main coastline's down there, which as you can see is very cloudy today. And it's a bit cooler today. Not sure if it's gonna rain, but we'll see when we get to the coast, because I assume it's going to be pretty windy and wild there. But yeah, a bit of road walking this morning towards another town that has completely gone out of my mind. It begins with G. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. And then heading for Marsalforn as our main end point of the day. The guy that we stayed with last night, he was so sweet. It was such a lovely little like farmhouse B&B. And he was telling us that we can just take a shortcut through the fields. But we're not doing that. We are purists. We want to take the proper route. So we are doing the road walking bit this morning. And then heading for Marsalforn tonight, which I'm pretty sure is quite a big tourist town. Looks like there's a beach, a ton of restaurants. So hopefully the sun comes out for that. And then we can get this kid snorkeling. Bit of sunshine. Trying to push through. Are you videoing me, videoing you?
Yeah, I took a picture of it.
So we just walked down a pretty steep hill through these lovely farmhouses to the church of Madonna, which apparently is the subject of a local legend. I'm not sure what the legend is, but I will find out. As legend has it, back in the day, a local peasant that visited the chapel every day without fail was given the gift of oil as an answer to her prayers for better health. Back then, oil was very rare, so when news of this miracle spread, crowds flocked to the chapel to get the free oil that flowed from a crack in the chapel wall. Eventually, some started selling it, which incurred a punishment, and that was that. The flow of oil was stopped forever. The Church of Madonna, with some rather large, scary looking geese down by the side of it. Won't mess with these guys. It's so peaceful this morning. Literally all you can hear is the sound of the birds. And a few sounds from the scary looking geese behind. But it's so beautiful. Honestly, like the little villages and towns that we pass through on this trip have been absolutely stunning. And I think 'cause it's so different to any hike that we usually do, or places that we usually tend to go, it's been so good. I actually thought that the bits that were away from the coast wouldn't be, not as nice, but like less picturesque views, but it's been lovely. Absolutely lovely.
So here we are. No, so. She vlogs and she says so. That's it.
I can't help it, it just comes out.
No, so.
So, we're now... So because this northern section of Gozo is a little wilder compared to the rest of the coastlines, it makes it pretty difficult to stick by the sea, which is what forces the trail to come inland through this traditional village of Garb. Gozo was actually one of the earliest areas on Gozo to be settled in, with people from Sicily moving here as far back as the Stone Age. Green and red today, because the writing's green. This is not going to be smooth. This kid ruining it. We just left the village of Gozo, heading back for the coast now, and just on the right hand side, which you now can't see, just this lovely wall of cactuses, is to Gordon Lighthouse. I hope I'm saying all these right. Sorry if I'm butchering it. But there it is, just up on that hill over there. I'm not sure if we're walking up to it or not, but pretty cool view. Just casually humongous hole at the side of the road. I don't know which hole, how deep it is. Insane. So even though it feels like we're literally in the middle of nowhere, just up here are some benches to look at this lovely view behind, and free Wi-Fi, which is insane. And then just coming up on the right hand side here is the Chapel of San Dimitri, which again is another setting for local legends, so pretty cool. And it's in a pretty nice setting. We're just surrounded by fields. The legend tells that pirates took the only son of an elderly widow into slavery. The woman ran weeping into the Chapel of San Dimitri, praying for him to save her son, and that she would provide oil every single day to light the lamp in the chapel. At that very moment, the saint went out of the painting, riding his horse to find the pirate's ship, soon returning with the boy safely in his arms. After re-entering his portrait, legend says that a mark from his horse's hoof was imprinted on the rock near the chapel, previous to this one. The grateful mother kept the lamp lit day and night, until another legend that links to this one has it that during an earthquake, the old chapel fell into the sea, in one piece, without breaking, without crumbling, and sailors and fishermen have often reported seeing the light from the depths of the sea, believed to be the chapel's lamp still burning. 1736. Insane. We didn't actually get a chance to go inside the chapel, but the altarpiece shows this legend of Saint Dimitri on horseback, with an old woman praying and a young man in chains. Pretty bloody fascinating, eh? Even though it's still quite cloudy and there's a slight breeze, I thought it was going to be like blowing a gale by the sea, but it's really not at all. So apparently, all of these smooth looking rocks that I initially thought were caused by the sea are actually sculpted by the wind, which is insane. I think I just assumed that the sea was once up here at one time, but no, it wasn't. It's so interesting. It's so beautiful the way it's like all carved out. Bit breezy, so we switch to the waterproofs to block us from the wind. I think we're coming up to a gorge though now. And oh, look at that! Another bin. Literally bins everywhere. It's all good. So here we are at Weed Almere Gorge, just behind me there. I'm assuming that this is usually more full with water, as there is a bridge behind us and I'm stood right in the middle of it. So I'm assuming when they had quite a bit of wet weather, then it funnels through the bridge and then down into this beautiful gorge that I think we're gonna head down to now. But I bet it's amazing when there's water flowing down it. And it's another like kind of touristy spot on the trail, and there's a car park behind us, bins, quite a few people, so yeah, pretty cool spot.
And the sounds, I've been needing a break, been bearing my weight and I'm grateful. Take off little sailor boy and set for the sea. I've been craving the feeling of a cold ocean breeze. Can you take me away from this boring old place? Got me dreaming. Little music boy sings, cause it's all that he knows. Little music boy sings everywhere that he goes. Little music boy sings in his bedroom alone. Little music boy sings about things far away, about people and places that let him escape. Little music boy in his bedroom alone.
So just behind us, there are a bunch of salt pans. When we first got here, we didn't initially realise what they were. But yeah, now we know that they're salt pans. So, I mean, this is going to be a pretty big assumption. I will insert what it actually they're for. But I'm assuming it's to collect salt for us to consume. I may be completely wrong in that, but it's very interesting. So I was actually kind of right. And the production process itself is relatively simple. So at the start of summer, the seawater is fed into these basins using a bunch of channels that are dug out by hand. Then with the hot summer sun, which we didn't really have today, and the strong winds, which we definitely did, the water then evaporates, leaving behind the white sea salt that we know and love today. As you can imagine, salt that is produced like this ends up needing to be pretty pricey, purely due to the amount of effort and labour that goes into it, which is why in this day and age this method isn't quite as popular, and most of our salt now comes from underground mines in mainland Europe, where it's collected in way bigger quantities.
Cool. Does it lean out like these?
Oh, and these little rooms that are carved into the cliffs, that's where they used to store all of the salt that they collected. They weren't people's houses like we initially thought. Did the people that collected the salt lived in these little things like ancient years ago? They're like small little shelters.
Yeah, I know.
I wish people wouldn't leave so much bloody rubbish.
I don't think there is.
That's pooey. All in here and then they all collected salt. And just behind me, it looks like it's about to absolutely throw it down. Fingers crossed it holds off till time, but not too sure. However, these salt pans are beautiful. back to some more salt pans, cliff storage and this little Columbia model. So in the Maltese Islands there's a real long tradition in producing salt, and back in the day it was incredibly valuable, with some Roman soldiers actually being paid with salt, which interestingly is actually the origin of the word salary. Mind blown, I know. I'm not sure if this one's so turquoise compared to the rest, but it's so bright. As we got close to Wejny Bay, we noticed this crazy yellow mound, which as it turns out is made up of compacted sand and gravel that over many years was washed into an underground cave. The limestone walls of that cave were then later eroded by the rain and the wind, which leaves behind what we see today. So a little bit like jelly from a mould. Swimming over it, it's bloody freezing, even for us Brits. And I reckon the water's probably quite warm. It's actually not bad. I feel like we don't get to see the best of each place. It's winter. Because it's winter, yeah. As you can see, we've now made it into Marsalforn, our end destination of the day. We're just going to go find our accommodation now. This town is pretty big compared to the other ones, to be honest. It seems like a lot more of a holiday maker's tourist town. It's almost a shame to like see it in the winter. Like I'd love to see it in summer when it's like hustle and bustle, the sun's out, like everyone's on the beach and swimming. Because it does seem a little bit quieter, a little bit more almost derelict. It's like they're doing loads of building work because it's winter, ready for the summer and the tourism. But yeah, there's lots here, lots of restaurants, lots of hotels, so should be nice. Go get some food, go and check into our accommodation before it gets too noisy in this building site. And here's our accommodation right next to the building site. Hopefully it's not too noisy. So as you can see, we've made it to our lovely room for the night. It is so nice. Every time we've got to like the next accommodation we've been staying in each town, we've been like, oh, this is the best one yet. But honestly, this one feels like the best one yet. Each room, I believe, is themed. So like they've all got like different stars, which is really cool from looking through the website. We've got a memory foam mattress. Very excited to sleep on. And yeah, it's just lovely. And even though there was all the building work going on outside, we can't hear anything at all from where we are. There is a bit of a balcony. Not much of a view, but I assume they're putting us all around this back so that we can't hear any of the construction work. But yeah, I think we're just gonna get clean, because I don't know if it's because we've been walking by the sea so much, but today especially, I'm not sure if it's because there's been more of a breeze. We feel like really sticky from the salt. So it'd be nice to have a shower. I'm gonna wash my hair tonight as well. And then go and grab some dinner, because Marsalforn is like a full-on tourist town. There's like a ton of restaurants everywhere. So we're thinking, from what we've looked at online, we're thinking of Thai food. That's the best reviewed, and it's got a ton of veggie options as well. So I think Thai food is on the cards for tonight. And then we got breakfast included here tomorrow. So yeah, it should be nice. Excited to get clean and eat and just enjoy our evening. Go and check out what Marsalforn has to offer. Got some goodies from the supermarket. Well, it must be hot water.
But it goes off when you turn it. What is going on?
Don't want to ring down to reception.
Some time later.
Oh, there we go.
Done it?
I don't know how to do it.
I knew the minute I get up you were going to fix it.
I hope it's not too hot that it burns it.